CW, you come here, come here, right now, come here. Hey, look at me. What have you done to Archie? What have you done to Archie? Hey there, guys. Mikey here, and welcome to the Comic Junkies Corner. So, the CW has done a adaptation of the Archie comics. I don't know what adaptation this is, but for those who don't know, like this is, if you watch the Black Nerd Comedy channel, this is probably one of the things that he and I have in common, other than the glasses. But this is one of the things that he and I actually share is that we actually grew up I actually grew up on Archie comics before I started reading other comics. Archie comics was the first one. I mean, obviously there was the newspaper, the Sunday paper that my mom would get, and there would be Spider-Man and Beetle Bailey and what else? Zitz or other kind of stuff. Dick Tracy, all that stuff was in there. And don't ask me whatever happened. And I was a kid when I was reading them, so I don't remember. So, but Archie, sometimes they had Archie in there, and like Archie comics was like one of those things. Like if you go to the grocery store, they were there. They were like $2 a pop or something. So my grandmother would get me an Archie comic, and I'd read it, So, like, Archie comic, Betty Veronica, Jughead's, Double Digest. I used to call him Diggest. I don't know why I felt that was fun to call him Diggest, So I was just like, hey, it's a double Diggest, and it's a triple Diggest. I don't know. I was an odd kid, so was right. So, but I enjoyed it reading Archie. I thought Archie was funny. Like, and Jughead was my favorite character, obviously. Like most of, wonder why I wear a hat in all of these videos. And like, it's actually like, cause it's always kind of like crowned up and stuff like that. It's Jughead. He was, I hate to say he's one of my favorite comic characters, but he is. I mean, he always was. He was funny. He was sarcastic. I always kind of enjoyed that, that type of character. He was funny, sarcastic, and stuff. For some reason, he always had his eyes closed. But he could see everywhere he was going. He would sense, he used the force wherever he went. Apparently he was force sensitive, so he can know where he was going with it. He'd keep his eyes closed all the time and stuff. So, but yeah, but Archie was always kind of fun. Like Archie lately has been dabbling in more of the darker material and kind of having fun with it. They had the whole Archie v Predator type thing, which was, people died in that one, and it's obvious, but it's it's supposed to be fun, and it's not supposed to be taken seriously and everything. So like you have some of the more serious ones, like where there's actually a comic where Archie gets shot and killed. So it's supposed to be more serious and stuff like that. And here they have on the CW, like, okay, yeah, they had their teen angsty stuff and like that. And I guess they're going for that, that trying to revive that a little bit. And they decided to do it with Archie comics. There's the show called Riverdale. And I didn't think it was about Archie. I just saw Riverdale. I was just like, oh, Riverdale. And I didn't think it was about Archie comics until I saw a kid with the red hair and Jughead with the crown, obviously calling him Archie. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, this is legit. And looks like it's going to be one of those murder mystery type. It looks darker than it probably needs to be. I don't know. Like, if I were anticipating an Archie show, I'm not against an Archie show. I would be against it if they tried to mainstream it too much, which they do with most older property. They do it with the Chipmunks. They do it with, not granted, I don't like Chipmunks anyway, but I'm just saying, like, they do it with the Chipmunks. They do it with the Smurfs and Garfield and stuff like that. It just, excuse me, they try too much to throw too much pop culture and stuff into there, and it kind of dilutes what the essence of the show of what the original property was. So I'm hoping I don't think that's the case here. I don't think they would do that. But I think by making it so much of a drama and less of a I mean, you can make it dramatic. I mean, Archie does have dramatic moments. Even in like the older comics, it did have some dramatic moments, some real serious moments. It wasn't always funny. It wasn't always comical or anything like. But by making it like, I mean, it's about murder and maybe Miss Grundy and might be a cougar. I don't know about that. I don't know if there's a lot of things that are going on. I'm not sure if I like it very much. It's different. I'll give it that. It's different. When it comes on, I'm not gonna watch it, but when it comes on Netflix or Amazon, I'll dabble into it, But I'm just kind of like, I'm not sure how I feel about this. I'm like, how far are you deviating from the essence of, I mean, I'm all for you making changes to certain things as long as you keep the essence of what it actually is, and it doesn't look like they did that here. It looks more like, yeah, these are characters. These are the characters by name, but probably won't be by, by what we know them as and stuff. So, and it's not going to be like one of those origin story. It can't be an origin story because, I mean, it's Archie, but I mean, it can't be like an origin story or anything like that where it's like, excuse me, where, like they grow into the character that we know them to be and stuff like that. It's not like I feel like that's what they're doing with Superman now. It's just like he's growing into the person we know them to be, but he has to get there at some point. But this is how he was. It's a growth process and everything. I don't think that they're doing that here because like these are already teenagers. These are already to me the teenagers that we know them as from the comics. So like they're about that age. Well, not that age because they'd probably be over a couple 100 years old, 100 years old or something. I don't know how long they've been out. They're probably less than 100 years old, but like probably like 70 or something years old or something like that. And never aged, never aged a day. Just like The Simpsons, never aged a day. They had a birthday episode, I think, one time for each character, and then they never aged from then. So, but like I said, I don't know how to feel about it. It might very well be a good show. It's one of those things like it might be really good, but then again, if it is, and you're not, keeping the essence of who these characters are or what the Archie comic is, then why call it Riverdale? Why not just have it? I mean, I guess I'm saying, like, I don't want it to be one of those shows that's just like, or one of those properties that's just like using the name just to pull in people. Like, if you have an original show idea or something and you think it's going to be good, you should be confident enough in your material and your writing to be able to push this forward, and have it be its own thing, and, you could always argue there's never truly an original idea. None of this stuff in the trailer looks original. So, but like, if you want a teen drama, make a teen drama, I don't think it necessarily has to be Archie, but it is what it is. This is what we're getting, so we just have to see how it turns out. Like I'm hoping it'll be good. Like I said, I just don't feel like it needs to have the name Riverdale. I don't think it needs to have the name. Well, it can have the name Riverdale, but it doesn't need to have the Archie characters or whatever. Because there's Riverdale in real life, It's not like, Springfield or anything like that. I mean, they could treat it like Springfield, but it's not like Springfield. It's just like, what Springfield is it? The one, because there's a couple of Springfields in the United States. It's like, what Springfield is it? The one the Simpsons live in. Okay. And I'm like, yeah, okay, all right, whatever. So I don't know. Did you guys read Archie comics? Did you know about Archie comics or anything like that? I mean, have you seen the trailer for Riverdale? I hope that you have. If you did, what do you think of it? I mean, does it intrigue you at all? It looks interesting. It's just it's it's not Archie, it's not Archie, so it's kind of like, well, it's I won't know until I give the show a chance. So something like that. So, what do you guys think? Have you, like I said, have you seen Archie? Have you read Archie comics, or have you seen the trailer? What do you think of it? Whatever you think, put it in the comments below, and don't forget to follow my friend JJ's blog at 4comicjunkies.blogspot.com. Follow him on Twitter at 4comicjunkies. Trying to follow me on Twitter at Mr. McBlam. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.